Put your hands on the hood.
X1, shots fired.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop it! Drop it! Drop the gun! Drop it! Shot fired! Shot fired! Shot fired! Shot fired! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! You know this! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Hands straight out! Hands straight, hey, boys! Drop the gun! Show me your hands! Yeah. Are you good?
Law enforcement officers in the United States are now soldiers in a global war.
It's the fucking popo. Oh shit. Holy shit. Holy shit, guys. I just had a shot up in the freaking yard. No fucking way.
It's hard really to bring all of this into context and perspective now, but it's important that we do so. Around 11:15 this morning, this all began. So less than 45 minutes ago, police are nearby in a training exercise, I meant to say, and authorities get reports of an active shooter at this location. They arrive, and it became clear in the early going that there were a number of victims. Our station in Los Angeles now confirms that there are 12 fatalities, though we have not gotten that directly from authorities. We know that the SWAT team and others, which were in building number 2, 3 buildings at this facility, those who were inside have been ordered to evacuate as they believe this active shooter situation is ongoing.
In 800 feet, take exit 73B for Waterman Avenue North.
Wow. Some crazy shit, bro. I don't know, man.
Yeah, look, they're all scared. They're all scared out. Rifles and everything. No, they're coming on to here. Well, they're running towards there. They're coming over here? So that's where they're running to. I think so. They're all right here. She's okay.
Pray for us. I am locked in an office. That's it.
Are you ready? If you're not cool, I'm not walking with dude. Sir? Go. Walk to that deputy right there. Keep your hands where I can see him. All the way to that deputy. So you're going to go left of the deputy's out. Thank you. Try to relax. Everyone try to relax. I'll take a bullet before you do. That's for damn sure. Just be cool, okay?
Live pictures from KTTV Fox 11 now, and you can see the choppers that have arrived on scene. It appears they have a triage center set up on the corner there. I believe this is that original avenue there, South Waterman Avenue, and yes, it is. It's been shut down, and you can see this gurney, or I should say a hospital stretcher, carrying a victim off to an ambulance. Live pictures from KTTV, and you can see those three buildings there. Building 2 right there in the center, and this is the parking lot drive which surrounds it. You can see one number of police officers there with long guns drawn and pointed, clearly a sign that this is an active situation. This has not been resolved. Authorities are at the ready to make sure if they have brought some people into custody, we don't know about it, but certainly there are still concerns of an active shooter. You can tell by the posture of the police officers.
Holy shit.
236. East San Bernardino, multiple shots fired.
Holy shit, guys. I just had a shot up the freaking yard.
Eastbound San Bernardino,
No fucking way.
multiple shots fired. 5. We need a Bearcat. We need medical aid. Copy. We're getting them started.
That was That's the cop right there. Get inside.
Hey, Shay, that's 3 minutes of bullets. Fuck yeah, they're shooting back at the cops.
Most of the shooters he's talking about. Yeah, they're shooting each other.
19 AM, I'm copying traffic. My partner is transitioned in the back seat with an M4 rifle, so I'm going to be flying the helicopter and working the radios all at the same time. Go with that last information. If you could get that and then north printing. Going to have them go there. We don't need any more people here unless it's a SWAT team. That's it. So here we just need, we're good. We need people to start looking at that. Have the Bearcat come to us. We're at San Bernardino and Shedden. San Bernardino and Shedden. We can see one guy down. There's one guy in the back of a car that was in that Bearcat.
Copy, Bearcat's on the way.
X-ray 3, have that Bearcat come eastbound. Rest of the units behind us, going to push that traffic through. Just for the update, X-ray 3, we have the suspect vehicle stopped. We go ahead and extract it. We can stand by, wait for the Bearcat. R2, right now we have one down outside the car, one down inside the car. Or, well, we don't know. Hold on. Where's the officer down? I have a rescue helicopter that wants to land and help.
10-4.
Good. You know, there's a dude in the back seat. Looks like he's still breathing. He's got an AR strapped to his chest. Back seat laying flat. Copy.
Just outside the scene of one of the deadliest mass shootings in California history. We're now learning more about the young couple and their alleged rampage, their disturbing arsenal of pipe bombs and weaponry, what authorities found in their home and their bullet-ridden SUV. We're also hearing from the first responders who stormed the scene and the loved ones of the lost, whose lives are forever changed.
To be honest, you guys, it was a little surreal. It was, you know, you train for it and you know that your job is dealing in reality, but it seemed a little surreal.
Tonight, Lieutenant Mike Madden giving an emotional account of what it was like to be one of the first responders to the shooting massacre in San Bernardino yesterday.
It was unspeakable, the carnage that we were seeing, the number of people who were injured and unfortunately already dead, and the pure panic on the face of those individuals that were still in need and needing to be safe.
Earlier today, the county coroner released the names of the people who lost their lives at the hands of two armed attackers.
We have 14 people that are confirmed dead in this incident. The number of wounded has risen from 17 to 21.
It's been kind of surreal. I'm still kind of coming to terms with it.
Ryan Reyes learned the devastating news of his boyfriend's death, Daniel Kaufman, just today.
As we were finding out more and more that, no, none of these hospitals have him, that's when that hope just really dwindled.
Kaufman, a job trainer at the Inland Regional Center, was 42.
The last thing I said to him was, I love you and I will text you after my doctor's appointment, because I was supposed to go to the doctor yesterday.
Michael Raymond Wetzel, father of 6, also among the dead. A spokesperson for the family speaking out today.
They are very overwhelmed. There are 6 kids that have lost their father. The kids are just finding out today, and they're trying to be really cautious.
And tonight we're learning more details about who did this and the elaborate preparations that went into this massacre.
It was an event that was training in the morning, that was transitioning to a holiday Christmas party luncheon in the afternoon.
28-year-old American-born Syed Rizwan Farouk attended a holiday luncheon for the San Bernardino County Public Health Department, where he was employed as a health inspector. He reportedly left the gathering angry and returned later with his wife, 29-year-old Tasfeen Malik.
It seems hard to believe that all of this was spontaneous, and how could he get all of this?
We said yesterday that there appears to be a degree of planning that went into this.
At 11 a.m., the couple entered the conference room wearing tactical vests and armed with rifles.
Unit says no, shots fired.
We believe the suspects, when they entered, fired somewhere between 65 and 75 rounds. They sprayed the room with bullets.
Within 4 minutes, a massive law enforcement response.
I realized as I was getting closer that I was one of the very first units there. And when we entered, there was fresh gunpowder and the smell of gunpowder in the air, leading me to believe that there were in fact shooters still.
Madden and 3 others headed east towards the conference room, where police say 70 to 80 people were present.
It was immediately evident that the reports that we were getting were 100% true. There were victims who were clearly, obviously deceased outside of the conference room.
Later, authorities discovered an explosive device, apparently intended to be triggered through a remote control.
I need you to advise all of the units to move with caution.
There's actually 3 pipe bombs combined into one that had a remote control car type remote control device that appears to have not have worked in this case.
This dramatic video shared with local radio station KPCC shows police trying to keep people calm. Tonight, an outpouring of support for the officer who said this.
Try to relax, everyone, try to relax. I'll take a bullet before you do, that's for damn sure.
Those evacuated searched one by one, but the suspects had fled in a black SUV. About 4 hours later, a tip leading police to this house 5 miles from the center, where the pair takes off again in that black rented SUV, leading police on a chase back towards the scene of the earlier rampage.
They're shooting at us from the SUV, eastbound on Richardson. Responding units, watch your crossfire.
Tashfeen Malik, that female suspect, firing out the back at police.
And then the male suspect, who was the driver, got out and fired at officers from the street as well.
All in all, firing 76 rounds. 2 officers injured, none critically.
One of the officers came past and he told us, run inside the house, get inside with this active shooter.
The SUV now cornered. Oh, terrorized residents all on lockdown.
Oh my gosh. Guys, they just shot at my house right now.
While police rained bullets down on the SUV.
Damn, this wasn't even playing around.
Finally, it was over.
Right now we have 1 down outside the car, 1 down inside the car.
Both suspects dead. Police finding rifles, pistols, and thousands of rounds of ammo in their car.
On them, on their person, on their body, and in the vehicle, they had over 1,400 .223 caliber rounds that were available to them, and they had over 209 millimeter rounds on their persons as well.
And at a home where Farouk reportedly lived, even more weapons. Authorities found an arsenal of 12 pipe bombs, along with a staggering ammunition stash. 2,000 9mm rounds, 2,500 .223 caliber assault rifle rounds, and several hundred .22 long rifle rounds.
If you look at the amount of obvious pre-planning that went in, the amount of armaments that he had, the weapons and the ammunition, there was obviously a mission here.